Hello all, in this video we will see what exactly are decision problems. Okay, so decision problems are actually problems which can be posed as a yes or no question. That is, we will have this algorithm or algorithm, and if we are giving some input to this, it can say either an yes or a no for sure. Okay, that is, these problems can be posed as an yes or no question. This algorithm that is used to determine this is known as decision procedure. For the example of decision problems, we can have the problems like whether this number is prime or not, or whether this DFA accept this string or not, or whether this Turing machine accept this patch or not. Now, whether these two DFAs are equivalent or not. I mean, all such questions. All these are examples of decision problems, and almost all the importance of decision problem is that all the problems in computer science can be converted to a decision problems with roughly equal complexity. I repeat, all the problems can be converted to a decision problem with roughly equal complexity. That is the advantage or relevance of learning decision problems. For example, you know that binary search, isn't it? That is, in a sorted array we are searching for a number and it has very low complexity of order of log n compared to linear search which is having complexity order of n, isn't it? But binary search is actually a decision problem. It can be posed as a decision problem. It can be posed as a decision problem like this: whether this particular key k is present in the array or not. So that's an yes or no question now, isn't it? So binary search can be converted to a decision problem by asking whether this number k or key k is present in the array or not. So that has been now converted to a decision problem. Another example is we have to calculate x plus y. Okay. So we know that this is definitely not an yes or no problem, but again we can convert this into a decision problem. So to do that, what you have to do is initialize some variable z as 1. Now ask if whether x plus y is equal to z. Now it is a decision problem, isn't it? If x plus y is not equal to z, you increment z. Now again you ask this question whether x plus y is equal to z. If not, you increment z. Then ask the same question again whether x plus y is equal to z. Now if it is not, you increment z. Now at the end in z you will have the sum of x plus y, and we have converted this question into a decision problem, isn't it? That is what I told. That is, all the problems can be converted to a decision problem with roughly equal complexity. That is the advantage or relevance of learning decision problems. And the most important or most talked about or most discussed about decision problem in theoretical computer science is the halting problem. That is, given an algorithm and an input, whether the machine will stop for this input or will it loop forever. That is the most talked about or more discussed about problems in theoretical computer science. And this is the decision problem, that is whether the machine will stop or no. So again, that is a decision problem, and that's the most important decision problem. So that's the relevance of decision problems in theoretical computer science, and we will see halting problem in our next video. So that's it. Hope you understood. Thank you.